Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you.
Oh yeah!
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Oh time. Ready.
I need Mixup and Blenda time.
I'm want to call and talk of the Kingston.
That's the reason I'm done with him, because I see the boy out there to get a beard with the same Raga.
Hold on, the boy have you and the girl a beard with the same red rock?
Yes. Raga.
Yeah.
Beside the girl with the next side of story about the red Raga.
Then people that look at me and say you're Haganiering because the way we are.
Yo, that word them mad. Aganeering. Aganeering to the flipping world.
Hi. Ragashanti are the Mixup daddy. Hallelujah. Ragashanti go on and on. Yes, Ragashanti. Do you know how rich feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
I need Mixup and Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I need Mixup and Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Greetings. Check. What is our warning, people? What is our what is our warning? Okay. What I say? What go on? All right. What day? I'm in name Ragashanti. This is Ragashanti Live on the Bridge 99 FM. Once a good night, people. Good night. Everything is everything. What day I another juggling. It's been a busy day. Alright, this thing I never. President, you know something? I think he start or something. I think he start or something, you know. Alright, we're good to go, you know. We're good to go. So people, what do you think about this thing with this Klansman thing, the trial with the Chief Justice? Pretty, you hear about it? You hear them say the man get up and just start cut a piece in the courtroom? I couldn't believe it, you know. But apparently him it's like him, you know, they must see now a little section, you know. I think over Spanish Town side them the courthouse for me know half a tree. And that one me did go when I was being wayward. Back in the day, much younger than now, of course. We're talking some 30 odd years ago. But apparently the people did not come down upon this man here. Because at first when I read it, you know, I thought that I just thought that I just had this image of the person being upset, you know, with some sort of ruling or something like that, or whatever, and just decide, say, yo, I piss pound, no, and thing and whatever. Okay, but apparently it wasn't like that. Apparently And if anybody know different, may I look for the Stewart and the Observer, yeah, you know. And I can't find it back, you know. May I look for it and thing, probably should, I don't know, go over the green and press to see if you can find that story, man. The one with the brother who pee in the court. In front of, not that the Chief Justice is any more important than the other justices and thing, but we're talking even, you know. Me not see it, you know. I can't find it, you know. I can't find it. But people, reports are that while Chief Justice Sykes was conducting, you know, court and it in session and all, Klansman trial adjourned after accused urinates in courtroom. So this is the lead on it, right? So defendant Ted Prince, oh, he's a prince, on Tuesday morning caused jaws to drop during the trial of the Klansman gang when he clambered over a court bench and relieved himself in the corner of the courtroom. So people, and I don't want to think say, you know, me I defend Klansman or whatever the case may be and thing, you know. This man is on trial and all sort of allegations launched against the Klansman gang they over Spanish town. Long time them a do them thing from Bulby days and all these things and whatever, all right? But hi Christina, big up yourself, man. Cecilia, Messio, Delmarine, Messio, blessings. Okay, so again, just to recap, people, while the court was in session, good court, right? We're not talking a fenke thing and up here thing, right? One of the defendant, one Ted Prince, to their Wednesday. Last week, this is my people, last week, okay? Right? So it would be last week, Tuesday. Him get up and the key thing here, clambered over a court bench and relieved himself in the corner of the courtroom. Clambered over a court bench and relieved himself in the corner of the courtroom. So while at once hearing this, it is absurd. It is absurd, and apparently the court had to be adjourned, and I can't just, but just imagine the judge. I just imagine the judge just looking over and being like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? I mean, is there someone actually pissing in the court? Boy, yo, I can't bother. So I can just imagine the shock that Your Honor must have felt and seeing, and something like that, you know. All sort of things must have run through Justice Sykes said, you know, people. Because remember, and here's the key thing, he's the chief judge. So he's the one responsible for all the judges. He's basically responsible for Jamaica's judiciary, right? Him are the judge of all judge. Him are the boss judge, top judge, right? So to the extent that there is some protocols, you know, established and discipline and so forth, and customs and traditions established, and, you know, which, you know, you must respect the court and all these things and whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if all these things, all kind of things run through him head like, what is going on here on my watch, you know? Well, I don't know. I'm assuming that probably one of the things that run through his mind is, where have I fell short? What am I not doing right? What am I not understanding? How did this happen? How did we get here? A defendant can just so what would have appeared to be cavalier just get up and just, proceed it over to a corner of the courtroom and just start pissing at the corner of the Yo! Now, I'm going to say something. Somebody said it happened Monday, February 27th. No, that is not what I'm reading here, This was from on Tuesday morning, right? And this was several days ago when me read this. So it have to be last Tuesday. Today or Wednesday. I know it's not yesterday. So if a Tuesday and a yesterday Tuesday, or the Tuesday before. So it can't be Monday the 27th. See, Yvonne, you probably have that wrong, all right? It's got to be another time. Okay. So last week Tuesday, according to the Observer. Now, people, it's incredulous, it's shocking, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I could just say it's unacceptable, right? And we not just say it is. I mean, we don't have to make a case for this. You can't just get up and start pee in a courtroom. That is not right. That's not right. I wasn't there, so I don't know. So I don't know how quick he executed the act. But I'm wondering, given that they say he clambered over the bench, well, I'm making a mistake. Well, I am assuming that he was in jail and them just carry him go court. I don't know if he was on bail. And him coming at the courtroom, walking off of the street, or he's in jail and him come court or whatever. But I'm wondering what the security apparatus was like in the court for him to have engaged in the conduct of clambering over a bench and did not, at that immediate moment, attract the attention of security personnel in the form of police who have to be in the court and thing and whatever, to move to him right away. If you clamber over a bench, if you climb over a bench while court is in session, while your honor is in there and whatever, something like that. I don't know if, the few times I go court and thing and whatever, and the many times I watch it on TV, as soon as somebody do something unusual, boop, you attract the attention of the police and the defense, and them rush to you and thing and whatever, because you're moving away where you're not supposed to move. Because inside the court, it's about order. Everything is pretty much choreographed, right? And even the lawyers, even the prosecution and the defendant, they too are limited somewhat in their movements and things. We're talking about court people, right? A court is procedure driven. It's procedure driven, right? Free will don't really, they in the court that much. Everything is structured and, you go which way you go and which way you can walk and where you can say and whatever this and that. And then there's the whole security thing. So if it's a court, I deal with the Klansman, right? I don't have to tell in Jamaica what Klansman is, and Klansman and Klansman probably was throughout Jamaica's history probably is the second most popular, shall we say, criminal organization in terms of names. People used to say shower posse that was, I think, is the most popular throughout Jamaica's history. But then Klansman, and you also have the one order over there. But if we had trial like that, you would think security, is security was, balance upon thing or whatever. So me I say, if a man jump a clamber over the chair, and the police them not see him quick enough, and the security they not see him quick enough, and then after him clamber over the chair, how quick is it that him able to move to the corner? When him start take out him instrument, and when him reach over the corner and him start take out him instrument, oh nobody no move to him there, so. How him reach a point where him get for start PP? Which corner of the court him could have gone for go start PP and whatever? Like, I wonder about them something like, but anyway. So I just want to be clear that what he did was wrong. Not only was it wrong, it's shocking, it's unacceptable, and we certainly should not have any behavior of that sort occurring. But that being said, while we're not excusing, the culpability that he should very much, hold here, it seems to me that something happened, with him where he made some effort to run over to the corner. So him climb over the bench, jump, him climb up and go over the bench. That means him never, because when me hear it, I think the man just get up and stand up and just start. Now that you think, President, like him just get up and just start, give him an arc, I thought the man just get up and just kind of whip it out and just start, give him an arc. Well, hello there. This is what I think of your court, okay? This is what I think of all of you. And you bringing me here and charging me. Showers of blessing, shower. That is what I thought. I was just like, what? But then my ear said the man, sit down and get up, jump over the bench, run go to a corner of the courtroom, and then in the corner, him start relieve himself. So again, he's wrong. He's wrong. But, what the judge is supposed to do and the court is supposed to do, they're supposed to take into consideration any mitigating factors that may serve to reduce the severity of the infraction, right? And I think in this case that this man, albeit wrong as he was making some effort, to do it away from people. Don't you, President? You don't think so? Right? Him jump over a bench, run go to one corner. Something was happening to him. Right? And the best explanation we can come up with is that simple. People are coming down upon him and him couldn't hold it. Right? Or well, and see somebody because see somebody address when me I go ask about it, Because I'm going to say, did this man give any indication at first saying one PP? Right? Sivan is here saying he raised his hand to indicate that he needed to go. But before they could respond, he jumped up and urinated in the corner. I turned on that person. I don't know how young this man is, and I don't know what condition his bladder is in. And I don't know if he is afflicted with any medical condition that renders him not fully in control of his urinary impulses. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, on the surface, when you hear this thing, it is so unconventional, it is so unheard of. And that is within reason, because we're talking Jamaica, where people regularly find bullfrog with padlock around their mouth. So when you're talking about absurdity in Jamaica's courts, and we're not short of that. We're not short of that, right? So one probably could argue that, well, that is not as crazy as some things that happen. But let's keep it real. Peeping in a courtroom is just, it's crazy, right? Right. We don't expect something like that to happen. But, okay. So, but, again, it's conduct here. And give it that, somebody I say him did raise him man and want to be peeping or whatever. I don't know, sometimes it just goes to show sometimes when you hear some things, you have to be careful, of your immediate assumptions and your immediate inclination to engage in condemnation of the respective actors involved or the parties involved and whatever, until you get the fullness of the thing. Because again, when I first heard it, I just assumed I'm gonna lie. I assumed something sensational. I assumed something, egregiously offensive, right? Given that it was a Klansman gang in court and thing being tried, I thought that some sentence was given and displeasure was that somebody somebody has apparently he has always asked for bathroom breaks, so he may have. You see what I say? This man might have an issue, right? And usually when men, advance in age, sometimes they don't have full control over them peeping, right? And not only men, women too. And, some people have to wear, a lot of people you see out there, them up in them age and all these things. You're frightened if you know they're wearing, depends and, look at something diaper related type of things, them and thing, in order because they can't hold their pee, right? And again, it's just, to me, it's just one of those things where when you first hear it, you're inclined to just start judging and concluding, and then judging and then condemning and thing, which is what I did, because I just thought it was atrocious. I was like, this is slackness, man, or whatever and thing, and I just saw the offender doing something sensational and ridiculous and incredulous and insulting to the court and thing. And then after a while, and I temper myself and I see a little detail, say the man scampered over, a chair, a bench, and then ran to the corner and thing. So something did come down upon him. And to him, that was his best way of, addressing the emergency he was facing. So again, we don't excuse the behavior, but after paying, after obtaining whatever explanation, that he would offer in terms of what preceded him executing that act and whatever. And if it is reasonable, you can reprimand him and tell him, so this, you just cannot do that. Even if you want to peep up yourself, I better you, well, he couldn't run out of the courtroom because they may have shot and kill him, though. Yeah, because, you're tempted to say, no, man, run out of the courtroom, man. If you have a people, go outside, go peep. You're not peeping at the courtroom. Respect the court and respect the judge. You understand? But if he's the defendant, and again, I don't know if he was on bail and come off of the street, or if he was in jail, and bail and jail. You realize it's just B and J different present. Bail and jail. I never thought of that. I wonder if that is significant. Anyway, That is that. Again, Klansman trial adjourned after accused urinates in courtroom. And that, you know, see, somebody said, I would love to know the details. Was it disrespect on his part or the court? If he did so, could it be avoided on his part if he requested to use the restroom and was denied or untimely? Then it's the court that disrespected a citizen's right. We can all relate to that at some point in school, being denied by teachers. Sometimes we can hold it, sometimes we simply cannot. And before any trolls say I'm justifying his wrongs, stop and think. Turn down that no prison, man. Come on, man. And hope you never have to stand somewhere and piss your clothes. So yes, the details matter. I agree. And I must admit that again, on first hearing it, I was very judgmental. People, one time I drive through Bronx. And you have one club up there named the Garage Nightclub. Anybody familiar with the Garage Nightclub know if you're facing the Garage Nightclub, to your right and behind you is beer darkness over there. So you know what I talk, President, right? Beer darkness over this one. One tree over this and one little, I don't know what up there now, but I'm telling you about something that happened to me a long time ago. One tree up there and land will go up, some whatever. People, this is the street, right? This is the street. Bronx people don't know me at all, but for those of you who don't know, again, just imagine a street, a darkened part of the street, right? A darkened part of the street where people don't walk. People don't walk this one. Me wrong or me right, President? People hardly walk this one. People, this was about 1:32 in the morning. Me I telling about 1:32. Nobody not there on the road. Nobody not there on the road. Me a driver come down, people come down upon me. Right? Me did that thing, said try if you stop at one Burger King or one McDonald's and run go use the bathroom. No, Sevan, I don't think. Yesterday, Tuesday, it happened. Yesterday, Tuesday, something happened. Several days when me read that something. Sevan, you chew me wide, man. Eh? Yesterday it happened? Why me think a long time me read? You see how me busy? Yesterday it happened, President? Okay, all right then, cool. All right, Sevan, right. So me a drive on the road, you know, people and thing, and I pass garage, I come down now. Cause me I go over the side there and thing and. No, before me reach this so, me start look for somewhere for people. Right? But everywhere which part me there be a light there and thing, I mean I see a little corner yet or whatever, someone me can itch up and thing. So when me see that little dark place there now, dark area, dark cross from the garage. If you stand up in front of Garage Nightclub, it would be to your left. I mean, if you face it, it's to your right. But if you're standing up and facing out, it's to your left, cross the road. Right? Anybody who know this, so don't know me at all. So when I look, I see that dark area there and thing and the little dirt sticking in the land and whatever and thing. Pull over, jump out of my car. The way people are come down upon me, me left the car door open what you don't do in a New York City. You don't do that in a New York City. People jump in and you can't drive it. But again, 1:32 in the morning, nobody know out there, you know. Me jump out and me run go over. Me do even people at the side of the road, you know. Right? Which, you know, Any reason every person say, well, you could have those people right this and catch up run on the car. Me I run go over, over to the tree. You see, as me whip out my thing and start people are police like that, me see the light up a place, man. And if you don't know New York City police like an American police like them bright and pretty and bright. Red and white, light up a place and thing and whatever. But the people are come down and say, when you are old people and it are come down, enough people. Some of them and the people are come down, whatever, this and that, and I see light. And when I look now, I see 2 police are come up and I hold them gun. Them never take out the gun, though, I hold them gun. And I make out say one of them are one woman, and I make out say one of one man. And I make out say is a black woman and what appears to be a white man. Could be Latino, somewhat Spanish and thing, but white, And them come up on me and people. And the black woman she a lead, because the man not say nothing, And the black and the police, she come up back at me and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Seriously, officer." She said, "What are you doing?" But you see what I'm doing? It's still coming out. Yeah, but why are you peeing there? Because, my pee was coming down and I needed to pee or whatever. But you're not supposed to pee there. So I said, "Officer, clearly, if I'm peeing here with my car at the side of the road with the door open, doesn't that suggest some form of emergency?" She said, "You still shouldn't be peeing here. Now what you're doing is illegal." So I said, "Officer, even if it is illegal, there is no room for some discretion. I mean, I'm not killing anybody. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm peeing." And people, she said something to the effect that, she said something about you men who don't think you can pee anywhere. And it's at that point I realized that this woman had some issues. That I realized I was going to be the beating stick for some sort of little grievance for this woman now. And then she said, "You need to stop right now." Something to that effect. And I said, "What you mean? Like stop my pee?" And she said, "Yeah." So I said, "I can't stop it." So I wonder if she go drape me up and grab me or whatever, because me I turn on and the piece I go upon her. Because at that point I just thought that she was being so unreasonable. Right? And yeah. And at them time that you start think like, couldn't she be doing something more, more productive than somebody who a pee someplace isolated and whatever. And I like say me a pee at somebody gate and me a pee and whatever. Me there in one isolated dark corner off of the road against one tree, pan one dirt part sitting when nothing not there, nobody, nobody, whatever this and that. People know say the woman tell me say, the woman back out a thing and whatever and I write and I ask her, she write me a ticket. At that time, I never know say you can't get ticket for people, And the woman write a party. So when she writes, she say, "You're going to give me a ticket because my pee was coming down on me and my run come over here, son." And she say, "Yeah." And she say back something, man, like, "You men who think you can pee everywhere, and but you should do it in American something there, And thing and whatever. And I turn to the man and I say, "Bro, seriously? You're not going to say anything as a man or whatever? You're not going to say anything and thing?" And the man just quiet and thing because, for them style, them a back them partner, Them about them partner. Them have a rule amongst themselves. Like, you know, when them are getting in trouble, when them are beat black people and kill them, we all know, you know, like if you're not supposed to say anything when you see, you know, your fellow officers committing, conduct that is either criminal or borders on criminal or excessive or whatever the case may be. And him just hold him corner and the woman give me a ticket. The woman give me a ticket for a PPO, for go run go PP over there. So. Now, I know that women, you have women out there who them have this little grievance that somehow the way our society set up, men are allowed and can pee anywhere they want. But society, you know, do not accord the same privileges to women. And it's true. Unfortunately, if we out a road and we see a woman bend down on a people, people quick for cry shame her as a woman when she do this, so it's unladylike and it's not decent and whatever and so forth. Yet when we see man a piss all about the place, we just pass them and act like it's nothing. So it's true. Also, I must admit, if I go to a play or so or one of them things, I'm always sorry for woman. You go play or you go stadium or this and whatever. For some reason, the woman bathroom line them always longer. I always say that were I to be the leader of a government or a municipality or something like that, I would explore the possibility of establishing some decree where there's supposed to be, you know, whenever people, you know, building facilities that is going to house, you know, a significant amount of people, stadiums, big church, whatever, that we have the female bathroom be, you know, outnumber the men bathroom by a minimum of 2 to 1. And that whoever is building, you know, the facility, you know, they should, endure the cost of doing so. Because I can't tell you how many times I go like play, you know, I've been to some Broadway play, I've been to all kind of functions, stadium and thing and whatever. And how many times I see woman go through it, you know, man. President, I see them something that when the woman them go through it, it's a long line the woman them have to bear, you know. Right? Somebody I said back in the day, Lady K's kitchen and thing and whatever. Yeah, so the woman them always have to go through so a long line for wait for PP and all them something and I don't know why it always longer for woman. I don't woman PP more than man. President said no. But why the woman them line always longer and like whatever? I don't understand it. Because you can't say before them coming on because everybody coming in at the same time for watch a play pretty much. So the people, you know, what them want people, for example, if they want to play, must have come about by the time them figure by intermission. So them look at things are always curious to me. So I'm thinking that, you know, everybody is on the same timeline. But why woman people line always longer? Or is it that men people quicker than women? At that? Well, whoop it out. People quicker and quick. Watch your hand and we're out. Well, woman have to do a whole heap of something and thing will make it take long. That's possible because, you know, for example, if a woman is at that time of the month and whatever, you know, peeping is not as simple and quick for her. You know, we can imagine and so forth. So I don't know, probably something like that. But it has always been curious to me. But I always see women go through it and you know when time they want pee and them a dance and a shake them foot and all them something. It's not a nice feeling. It's not a nice feeling. So we put all of them something here together in a context of what happened with Mr. Man in a courtroom and thing and whatever. And I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that man have some sort of situation young as he may be, because I think he's a younger man, and think that resulted in him behaving the way that he did. But those would be like some, like an explanation that you could take into consideration. But it's still a bad thing when somebody is peeing inside of a courtroom. That is unacceptable and so forth. All right, we're going to take a break and we'll come back with it. What is okay, yeah, man. Big up yourself, Ryan McDonald. Large up and thing. Andrea Tate's a gurgle too tight. I know that some of the women them go powder them face and thing and whatever. But them the powder them face in the toilet, So why the line? Why? Ladies, big and serious. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, big and serious. Why phone line always longer? Why so much pressure always depend in the people line? Why men people line move fast and thing but phone one? Again, I could speculate and come up with some things as I just now did, but I don't know if there's some other things to think about in terms of what goes on in there. We're going to break with soon. When we come back, we're going to the phone line. The number is 876-676-4996 from Jamaica. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996 from Jamaica. One more time, 876-676-4996. If you're calling from the United States or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. I will have break with soon forward.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Our president, look out for the call and for me and think. Phone line up and thing. Make we see what go on. Richie Richards, hi from New York. Big up yourself. Michelle Woods, what go on? What go on? Long time, from you. Got to look struggling over Twitch. Then we not hear from you. All right. Good night, caller. What go on?
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, brother.
Hey, what go on, Papa?
Yeah, man.
Hey, where is it?
There was that time, in the Bible.
Yeah.
Where David was running from some people, and he was taken before a king. No, David.
David, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was taken before a king.
Yeah.
And to get rid of to actually escape from the king, he have to act like he is crazy. So he spit on himself in front of the king and do all kind of things in front of the king.
Oh.
And by doing so now, the king said to him, where am I going to get this madman from? Get him away from my presence.
This is in the Bible?
Yes.
Okay. I never know of this. I never hear of this. What you say him do him spit power? What him do what?
He spit for himself.
Well, this is the revered David, like David.
That's the same man.
Good up, proper, top man David.
He wasn't the king at the time.
Oh.
Right? So he was the king at that time. And, he was brought before, dangerous king in those times.
Mm-hmm.
And, he when he was presented before the king, he spit at himself and do all kind of things at himself.
I never hear about this story yet in the Bible. I never hear about it.
Well, it is there.
Okay.
So there are many times people will use psychology and to get certain points across.
But what is the implication here? You seem to be suggesting that the Klansman may have been up to some form of chicanery, some sort of manipulation and thing, and perhaps he was successful in doing so because the court was adjourned. Is that what you're implying?
Tricks in cheddar and much is boxing business.
I didn't think of that option, I must admit, but
No, another thing again.
Yeah.
Another thing.
Yeah.
that these majority of these people who are alleged criminals,
Yeah.
most of them have no regard for the system of justice in Jamaica.
Well,
None at all.
well, you're right.
Right?
Well,
And
yeah,
look at this
possibly.
now.
Yeah,
Look at this
some
now.
don't. Some don't care.
Look
You're
at
right.
this now.
Right.
Look in the case here now that the two star witness turned state evidence in a case like this. The chief judge was asking the police to put them away behind bars.
The two,
No.
Oh, I didn't hear about that part. What you
Yes,
said? What
sir.
was that? To put who behind bar?
The star witness,
Yeah.
the two star witness.
Why?
Remember now, according to the things that we know, that it take a ninja to kill a ninja, right?
You never explain nothing to me. You just even confound it some more. So I'm complicated. Why
All
did
right.
the judge?
As
why,
I was saying to you,
did the judge ever put them in a prison, or the judge was considering it?
No, the judge asked the police why these two men who didn't bring before him as star witness, because these two men were alleged members of the gang,
Right.
and they're the one who then say turn star witness, right? And the chief judge was saying that why was not these guys charged? Remember, no.
No, I understand that, but I find it interesting because it is not unusual that in order to prosecute the case successfully, you have to get to get the big fish, you have to get the smaller fish them for turn. And then in order to get them for turn and to provide the necessary information and the testimony that will convict, the bigger person, the thing, you have to give them some concessions, and those
That's why.
those concessions, they can range from the highest being immunity, where they're not prosecuted at all,
Exactly.
to a lesser sentence or so. But usually judges defer to the prosecution to exercise their discretion in that regard. So. If you're saying that the judge had reached a point where the judge said,
yes,
no, but them two years should have locked up, it sounds like
yes,
the judge may have made some determination.
The judge,
hold on. The judge may have made some determination that these two, I don't know, that they were so
not
bad
credible.
that they should
Not credible.
not credible. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not aware of that part of the.
Right. Because and that is why I use the analogy of it's only a ninja could kill a ninja, because you see, a person like me in a way don't know the runnings of these organizations. I could never become witness against these people.
What you're saying is not unusual. It is very, very common that a member of the criminal enterprise
have to exactly.
Yes. So I'm still unsure. I would have to know more of the details here, because the only thing I would think is that they're either the acts that they would have committed, or what they would have admitted to, could have been so egregious and so terrible or horrific that the judge would give rise to the judge saying, "Are you sure you want to not prosecute these two?" But I don't know the details of what happened.
All right. There was another incident with a particular one of them in the thing there, where according to the judge, because the police said a particular gun that brought into the court, the police say that gun fired.
Hold on. We're getting into the weeds now of the case, and you and I could end up discussing the case, which will have unless
it is already
hold
out.
on.
Yeah.
Unless it have something. You and I could end up discussing the case, and for everybody listening, it's boring. If you follow
All
what
right,
me
so
say,
I
you
won't
know?
bother.
Yeah,
Got it.
because
But-
we're getting deeper and deeper in the case
Yeah,
now.
but generally though, generally, for the most part, it's only persons who are a part of this kind of organization can actually bring it down. I mean, the person from the outside who have no idea of the inquest, how the running of this operation goes. They don't have no idea. They don't have no clue.
Hold on, but again, I said that is standard. That is a no-brainer
Right.
when it comes to these things. That is standard. What the intriguing thing that you have said so far is that this could have been a ploy on the part of the one who pee in the courtroom, who got pissed in the courtroom. I never thought of that because again, the matter was adjourned. And then him get some time. I don't know. You could, I mean, talk about a stalling tactic. If you want to get some things in place first before some deliberations are made that would probably not fall to your favor. You need some more time or whatever, and you're now in court and you want the court to stop because you need some more time. What better way to stop the court than to just piss inside of it? It's hilarious. Oh, God, it's hilarious. All right. Easter coming up. Oh, your Easter still come up, you know?
It come. But the other point was you on the issue of the PP issue. Because I was caught in a similar situation like that some years ago.
In Jamaica?
Yeah.
So
And
they do that in
again,
Jamaica? They do that in Jamaica?
A female was a part of it too.
Who was the person?
Was a part of it.
Yeah, but she was a part of it. But was she leading? Was she the agitator?
Yes. When I was through, the police said, why did I pee there? And I got a ticket.
You get a ticket in Jamaica for peeing someplace?
Yes.
But where were you peeing? Was it on the side of a church?
No, sir.
Oh, where were you peeing?
Well, it was in that era which is a very, it's an awful, place. It wasn't any nice, clean, decent place. It was an awful place. It never smelled proper. So, so some things say, well, all right, I will just do a thing there, sir. Because, so we'll go anyway.
Okay.
And to my surprise, when I was finished, they were waiting on me. Unlike you, where they never really stop. They never stop you, but at least they were waiting on me.
They were waiting on you when you finished?
Yes, we were finished, yes.
Okay. Well, yes, they came up behind me, and I was still going when they came up.
At least they did not, do me that. At least then wait.
Oh, no, and she asked me to stop. She asked me to stop, and I told her, like, I look at her like, are you serious? Type of thing or whatever. But she never come at me and whatever. Because I don't know. Because she come at me, I wheel run, and she said the whole of the strength, because
well, exactly.
Well, last thing before you leave, last week on the show, a gentleman called, and him said, Raga, what go on with the woman them and the thieving and thing and the high society thieving from financial institution. And I say, yeah, them I said the woman. And I say, I hear about that one must say today or yesterday. I say, which one that? And I say, I hear about the woman who supposedly I work at one bank in a St. Anne and thing or whatever, and she left and gone on lunch, and when she left and gone on, when them look, must say something like,
I did
how much? About 50 million miss now.
Yes.
And I said, no, hold on. I said, no, hold on, man. I said, no, I never hear about it. And I said, Raga, Canada, she end up, and we end up have a good conversation about it. But, I have now seen subsequent reports where the police and all law enforcement I say they don't know of anything like that happen at any bank.
Oh, really?
You never see those reports?
Oh, no, I didn't see the report, but I heard the allegation.
You never hear when them say that?
Yeah, I heard the allegation, yeah.
You heard what allegation? What allegation?
The one that, she take the money and move, same time.
And Ghana, Canada. Yeah, them say she Ghana, Canada.
Same time.
Yeah, and lift up. Say she a go lunch, and when them not see her go back, come from lunch, and like them I say, yo, I will Lucille there. I will Pinky there, Pinky not come back yet. And think I only for years say Pinky fly out and Ghana, Canada. And when I say then, when Pinky fly out, I could check, and when then check, and how much did Mr. President? 50 million or something like so?
Yes.
Something like so, no?
Quick and fast.
Or 15, or 50 or 15?
No, a 50.
A 50?
50, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
so I would think it's the equivalent of 50 million, it's 50 million Jamaican dollars, so. And then me and the brother, what should they? Yeah, I said, well, Keisha there, and sitting and whatever, and thing like that, and me and the brother have a good reasoning about it. I said, Janu, she must plan this good, and you never see the reports, them, we say, the police, them, I say, them don't know nothing about this. No, you never see that?
I mean, no, I never heard that part here.
So you not hear, because you a man, you listen news and you follow up them something.
Yeah. Yes.
So I am surprised. You sure?
Yeah, I didn't hear the other part of that story.
No, I look for it because I see it, man. Yo, somebody who hear about the other part of the story there, because I look for say if some additional thing a come out. I mean, not see no additional thing a come out. So I wonder what go on.
Yeah.
Right? I wonder what go on. Something in a something.
President, I hear anything else about that matter?
Jesus. Wait the man. I'm sure me did screenshot it in my phone or something, man. And thing and whatever. But more than anybody who know about them additional part or something, that give me a link and tell me what is being reported in Jamaica about this. Wagwan, this 1 a year, what is what, whatever. Cause something in a something. Because 35 million. Somebody did this is where somebody had converted it. No, man, a $35 million.
35 million? I thought it was 50.
Wait. It's 35 million, yeah. Yeah, so somebody said a new story came out to debunk the theft from, and I thought it was 35 million, because we did do the calculation and we came out to around 226,000 US dollars.
Canadian?
Well, no, we had converted to US. US.
Okay.
And whatever, because the Canadian dollar is not doing too well right now against the US.
Yeah. But I just want to finally say that, the security in our country these days are coming under massive attack. Yeah. Massive attack. And all that, our security guards have become very complacent. They have become very comfortable on the job.
Aha! Hold on. See it here.
Yeah.
Nationwide news report. No reports of employee bank theft in St. Ann, says the police. Head of the St. Ann Police, Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, says he has no report about a bank employee stealing $35 million from a financial institution in the parish. Now, what is going on here?
But we know now. We know that as long as it is not 12 billion Jamaican dollars. I mean, these things can be easily covered.
What you're saying? What you're saying?
As long as it is not 12 billion Jamaican dollar, and Usain Bolt is not involved, then most of these things will actually be put under cover, because it is not going to be good for the financial
institution if these things come out public, especially, over the last few months, there have been so much of this going on. So,
so the bank will hold it down.
Perhaps that could be a possibility.
All right, last thing before you go.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask you something, because you are, what do we call, like we have the national anthem, what we call the song we say? I pledge.
The national pledge.
It's a national pledge.
Yeah.
You know it?
Not too good.
You don't know it?
Not too good.
You don't know it? You don't know it? Try and sing it.
But I wouldn't buy
Don't, just try and sing it. Do your best.
Well, my wife says she should know it. Come on, Mama, let's be with it.
Well, on, try, man, try.
Hold again.
You can't. I want to do the first. Me do the first line, and you sing the rest. I pledge my heart forever.
To serve with humble pride.
She said to serve with humble pride.
Right, go on. Yes. And the next line?
Master, what's the next line?
All right, well, bring your wife on. Bring on your wife.
All right, she said, must come on. Come.
You should remember it either.
You should remember that part. It's bad, not true.
What is going on here? Why? Because as I see this song, I sing some pitney, and then somebody put that big caption. I bet you some Jamaican still don't know the words, right? And the operative word there is still, And I say, so them damn right. Because I know it, but when I listen to pitney, them sing it and thing, and I hear some line, I say, but I know some easy.
No, if that sing, then it'll come back to me more. But
but that people like me and you who say these things, like if I'm singing with a group, I remember it. Damn foolishness! It's slackness that, and we need to stop it. We need to stop it. We need to know these things. Up till today, people make what if a mistake with the national anthem, Hold on, do you know the national anthem?
I think I know a bit.
All right, sing the national anthem. That's the first verse.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guard us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever, Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica.
Boom.
Jamaica.
Boom.
Jamaica, land we love.
Yeah, you redeem yourself. You know the second verse?
Teach us truth, respect for all.
Wait, stop right there, sir. It's teach us truth.
Teach us through respect for all, right? Yeah.
Go on. No. Whitney, stay on tight. Go on. Teach us. Go on again. Yeah.
Teach us truth, respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak to cherish. What is it? Give us vision, lest we perish.
What is vision and wisdom? Go on. Yeah, go on. Knowledge, no. Go on.
Less.
Yeah, go on. We are the Britney, why not stay out tight? Go on. No, knowledge. Britney, stay out tight. Tell Britney said she return out tight.
She's not hearing.
She's not hearing me. Guys, come, knowledge. Knowledge. Go on, so knowledge send us.
Eh? Well, look, I
Knowledge.
get.
Oh, you don't know the
go
rest,
ahead, go
right? No, you don't know the rest.
Let me invite man, but
No, knowledge send us. Go from this.
I get knowledge send us. Look, I get
So you have to start in a
Yeah, I mean the structure, right?
Yeah.
All forever, Jamaica land we love.
Okay, no, you redeem yourself because you say eternal Father bless our land, guard.
Yes.
You know what people say guide, right?
Guide. Yeah, I know.
You know what people say guide, right?
I know.
If it donkey years, I guide me, say, you know.
I know.
And when me get big, somebody come to me and
way.
say, you know, Mr. Stewart, it's really guard, you know, it's not guide, you know. And I was like, what are you talking about? I've been saying guide, Mr. Stewart, it's guard, you know. And then one next one where light. Somewhere you say light and people other say guide. One next part of it and sit there, whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know, but this one, I pledge my heart forever to serve with humble pride this shining homeland ever, so long as earth abide.
I pledge my love this island to find.
Wrong, she wrong, that's so. She wrong. Tell her she wrong.
Is he wrong? Yes, I hear you.
Yeah.
No,
she said what she said. I pledge my heart this island. What she said after that, right? That's all wrong after that. Tell her me I hear her and she wrong. Anyway, big up yourself, you know. We're going to see what I go on and think. Thanks for the exchange, here. Okay, all right then. Thanks, here. Big up yourself, Mark. Cool.
Yeah, man.
So people, may I look on the thing and may I listen and at the end, the part where them, so I go play it out on my phone, right in my microphone and thing. All right. I mean, I telling you.
Don't tell any lie.
Well on. O Heartland, 'tis to thee. Oh, Jamaicans, on the tell the truth. Only they know I said the last line is, O Heartland, 'tis to thee. On the tell the truth where God love and shame the devil. Tell the truth where God love and shame the devil. No found and never. President, you don't know the mess up. You don't know the mess up. But again, the last line is something along the lines of how hard it is to thee, or something like some me always I say. I don't even know what me always a backside say, right? And think Cheryl Bless say no, Delmarine say yes. Delmarine lie, see? You too lie, man. You never know. Nothing. I saw them Woolmer's old student, I saw them lie, you know. And think. All right, so let me see on the words, you know, and thing again.
Don't tell any lie.
My heart forever to serve with humble pride. The shining homeland ever, so long as earth abide. I pledge my heart this island. As gold and faith shall live, my work, my strength, my love, and my loyalty to give. Oh, give my love in this Jamaica strong and free. Our vows and loyal promises, oh, heartland taste it. People, the last line there. Oh, heartland, tis to thee. Right? I did not. That oh, heartland and the tis. I wasn't there. May I admit it? I wasn't there. And me know say more sound never did it either. So Delmarine post ball. Me know that from Providence Primary Gway. But and I know more sound on never have it either. So I don't want to tell any lie. I don't want to tell any lie. Okay. All right, people.
Don't tell any
Well,
lie.
oh, stop. People, this thing I know, back to this thing I know with it. If you don't notice me in my winter coat, oh, it get warm in here and I come here, it was kind of chilly. It was on the chilly side. Oh, so, all right, I can't take off this look a bit right and thing because, see it there? All winter we not, right, I get hot in here, man. All winter we not get no snow up here in New York, you know. And then, hey, March I start, snowfall. Anyway. So people, I don't know me depend this thing here from what day about. Some things just not balance up and when certain people are certain entities that are considered on the upper echelons of society, when you know, I've been beating this, you know, I've been redundant with it because I've been saying it over and over and things like that. So again, last week, this gentleman called and him say, Raga, you know, hear about the woman who thief money from this bank of St. Thomas. And I said, no, I don't hear nothing about it. Yes, Raga. I said, no, man, I never hear nothing about it. Yes, Raga, it's in the news, it report the woman work at the bank and then she left and said she go lunch. And when she go for lunch, she not come back. And when she not come back, them say like, oh, Keisha not come back. That is a make-up name. That's a make-up name, right? So like them I say, oh, Keisha not come back. And when them I say, then oh, Keisha just gone. So and I don't know if this was before they allegedly found the missing money or after. But on inquiring about Keisha, either before them allegedly recognize the money missing or after, them find out that Keisha they are Canada. So when Keisha left for lunch, Keisha come work, you know, act like she go work the day, and then left for lunch, and then Keisha left for lunch, Keisha reach Canada. They must check flight records or so and so, and find that Keisha cut. And then either before them find out about her in Canada or after, them went and checked. And Keisha, them said them see her leave with a bag. And allegations are that Keisha cut with 35 pack. $35 million Keisha cut with. Which prompted me to say, well, clearly she could not have gone on the plane with $35 million. Like that would have 35 million Jamaican dollar. And then when them, you know, bam, I will convert, you will get 220 something thousand Jamaican. I say, yeah, man, feasibly that can't hide up in a suitcase or so. If she have 220 something US dollar, yeah, we have to get around and things. So the understanding was that Keisha do this and get away, right? So I am now telling you that reports are, right? Reports are that the St. Ann police, again, they're stating unequivocally No reports of employee bank theft in St. Anne. Head of the St. Anne Police, Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, says he has no report of a bank employee stealing $35 million from a financial institution in the parish. So, the obvious question then. What led to major news entities, media houses, reporting that such was the case? What led to that? Are we saying that it didn't happen? If it didn't happen, why was... People, this is not like, you know, somebody take my partner money or somebody thief one jelly coconut or somebody got thief one comic book out of bookstore. A major financial institution, it was reported that an individual stole $35 million Jamaican from the institution. Is it that the $35 million is stolen, but nobody don't know where it go because Keisha never take it? Did an employee really leave on our lunchtime and go Canada? The story is so fantastic that it's not one of those things that you can say, well, there may have been some misinterpretation or misunderstanding about what was said. Everything sounds so precise and exact that for it to have been a concoction, the concoction would have done for a purpose. The point I'm making, you know, people, whether this happened or it actually did not happen, whether it happened or it didn't happen, the fact that the story was told in official circle with such precision and with certain successive details that appear to make the story, you know, coherent and plausible. It has to be for a reason, whether it goes or not. So even if it don't go so, somebody put out that story there for a reason. Which the scent and it yields, and no, it provokes many questions. With the most central question being, is $35 million missing from that bank? And it would appear that there is no, we're again on a trajectory for this to just kind of die out and just kind of get wispy into the wind, and we don't hear about it anymore. But is $35 million missing? Right? If the $35 million missing, then who take it? Did somebody leave and go Canada with the $35 million converted into whatever currency? And again, importantly, even if it never missing, even if $35 missing, why was the story made up and put out there? What was the end game? Something in a something. You know, who would go to all these lengths, you know, to make up this story and put it out there in such a manner that it was picked up by major news agencies and reported as such? that was done for a reason. Something was being attempted or something that happened or whatever. Again, there's more to this backstory and thing like that. And I bet you say we don't hear the rest of it and thing, you know? And the police did the right thing. Did the right thing. I'm sure people were calling the police and asking for follow-up and thing like that. I am sure the powers that be contacted the police and, the police high command and said, what's going on here? And I said, when I hear about it or whatever. And then at some point, some of the communications professionals at the Jamaica Constabulary must have said, well, we need to let people know that we never hear anything about it, because then we run the risk where people think that we have heard something about it and we're not doing anything about it. Because then the police would have get bad name again. Say, see, then, I don't know, the woman thief the money and whatever. And I don't know when I hear nothing from the police them about it and think the police them this and the police them that and the police them this and the police them. So the police do the right thing by coming out and say, hey, we just want people to know. We have never heard about this thing. No reports were made to us and whatever this and that. So if no reports were made to the police about it and think, what really are going on at the bank? And if the news agencies reported this, then the first plausible and reasonable assumption one could hear is that anything the news agencies heard at some point, it would have to be likely sourced from the bank. And what really are going on as a people? And Jamaica always a keep, Jamaica always a keep. And what really are going on as a people? Something in a something with that one, people. Something in a something with that one. Something in a something. And people, we see where, I don't know if this is true, but we have seen reports where supposedly, I don't even know what to make of this one, We're supposedly a motorist with the new traffic law. I don't know if you hear about that one, Prezi. A motorist was issued a fine, a fine for $500,000. $500,000. And apparently this was shown. This is in the news. I'm looking at a picture on it. Offensive information. Offense, D110, operating motor vehicles specified in Regulation 259, bracket 1, in time when motor vehicle cannot be clearly, I don't know what, speed device, not applicable speed limit. People, I am going to assume windscreen tinted excessively. So, Prezi, if you drive in Jamaica with a heavily tinted windscreen, it could cost you $500,000, Now, people, some ado was made with this thing, but until I hear otherwise, I am going to assume that a mistake was made here, Edgerton Newman, president of the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Service. That is true. People, Jamaicans, what wrong with you? Why not have to be so verbose with these things and whatever? Why not have to do these things? There is no reason why this damn place should have so much damn big word in its name and so long. Come on now, man. Transport Operations Development Sustainable. First of all, you don't need the sustainable. You don't need the development. Right? So you can't get with a two big word right there, so. Transport operator services, that would be fine. The TOS. Right now, we have the TODSS. Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services. Backside, man. Anyway, it's calling for a re-examination of the Road Traffic Act by an international body over some of the draconian measures outlined in the regulations. And this is done with this ticket that I'm looking at for $500,000 for a tin. I'm going to, this is some typo here. Give me the call. Hello.
Yeah, the PP thing you see down here at $2,000. If they catch a man a PP at home, so you better them pay $50 and go use the bathroom.
Oh. Okay. $2,000, that's steep. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So you better then go pay the $50.
All right. Now see
and go use the bathroom.
Yeah, that's steep though. Yeah. You hear that, President? $2,000 if they catch your PP. All right. Blessings, man. Thanks. Yeah?
Yeah, man. All right.
Cool. Real quickly, people. Another report. Government targets $635 million spent from traffic ticket fines. The government is betting on traffic fines to help it finance up to $635 million in spending across the Ministries of Justice and National Security during the upcoming fiscal year. So remember now, you know. Boy, listen, let me tell you something, really. How much do New York City collect from traffic tickets? May I tell you? How much money does New York? Listen to this. The North America. No. This is lottery, man. I don't want lottery. Come on. I don't see it, man. But over like that's 52 days. According to bill was for salary minimum for to no, this is they're not giving me the info. But people, I think Jamaica is joining some other. Give me that call, Prezi. Hello.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was on the subway once, and they couldn't hold the people. I'm going to go to the farthest corner.
Yeah.
I'm going to run at the meeting. And a female officer roll up on me and say, spread your legs back against the wall. You know, it's a Raga, I'll know me just turn around and say, IrieJam. Honestly, I turn to her and say, that's right, I take it, Because me not going to argue with you, because me have to do what me have to do. And you know, say, when me zip up, me and I go and talk for about 10, 15 minutes, go on in a religion, and she don't give me the ticket for urination. She give me a ticket, say, me step into a unauthorized area. So that etiquette, me just go down there. It's like you see a police tape, and you step over into the tape area or whatever. So when you go down there, you tell the judge, so you just throw it out. She never end up giving me the ticket for urination. So it happened to me too. You understand me?
So when you were peeping and you turn around, did she see She see the strength.
No, we never turn on that way if he disrespect her. Or, you know, because you say me the turn on that way there, then she'd have come more aggressive, because then that seemed like me I disrespect her per se.
Right.
But all I did to her was back against hand, because she said spread your legs and back against the wall. I saw her hand against the wall, hand on the wall and spread your leg. So I said, for what? I'm not a criminal. This is just write me a ticket.
Right.
And then she calmed down. I mean, I did that talk. End up a talk, I mean, I flirt with her, and she does say, I think I take it, but I'm not going to get a ticket, but then she just give me for stepping into the unauthorized area or whatever. So, you know.
All right.
You get what I'm going.
Right.
Just a bit of the Raga.
No, say a word, man, but this was in the subway station, though, don't it?
Yeah, man. But you know, Raga, me love your show, me love you as a brethren, but me know why you take this as, you know, you can take criticism, but me feel a little too over where I get. You go too far in on the topic instead of we get some work all. I mean, I want you to rush me or nothing. We don't got to tell you how we feel. Maybe I just my little feeling that.
All right. And just so you know, there's a reason behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. And there is a very, very, you don't know, right? But at least may I hold the show. All right. But there's a reason behind it. Okay. There's there's a lot going on the back end that I have no control over.
All right, take it.
All right.
Well, and the next thing pertaining to the lady at the bank, I agree with you. There's something kind of fishy in her sense. Something kind of
fishy.
Because she does go on lunch.
Yeah.
Go on lunch and just walk with 30 million or whatever.
And in this instance, what does fishy mean?
Yeah, it look like a smoke screen. It look like some car that play. Something happened there.
Some genius.
You know, look like there's something not adding up to what they're saying about 35 million.
All right then, and I concur. All right. Then.
Yeah, man. So me agree with you. Bless up your.
All right then, cool. Yep. Yep. So people. New York City does it. A lot of other municipalities, cities, metropolises, the government, they do it, and I find it interesting. They would construct their budgets, right? And with budget, you allocate how much money you're going to spend on what. And when you look on the budget, you have these line item, things that you can look on and say whatever. And I find it interesting that these companies, well, not companies, these government entities, they will budget hundreds of millions of dollars, and billions of dollars from fines they're going to get from people committing infractions in order to service certain things under the budget and thing, right? And we seem, one of the problems that the people have with the Road Traffic Act, that they believe that the fines are too excessive. And, they've been defined as being draconian. And that, and even some people are saying some of the things that they're going to fine for, they're unreasonable, right? So on one side, you have people saying, no, we need to do this because you see accident on road, young man them a speed and 5 man dead, right? So the speeding is a problem and the indiscipline in the road is a problem. And again, on the government side, somebody can make the argument and say it don't matter how much them are charged for what fine. If you don't do it, then you're not going to pay the fine. So just don't do it. Just don't do it and you won't have to pay the fine. Don't speed and you won't have to pay the fine. Don't tint your glass too deep and you won't have to pay the fine. But just don't do it. But on the other side, some people say, no, some of them are unreasonable. Just by being human, you're going to make a mistake with some of these and then, to make a mistake or whatever and to end up with this humongous amount of money that you have to pay and things. Some people are saying it is unreasonable. But here we have the government now budgeting some $600 million what them going to get from the traffic fine for things that they said they're going to do in the other ministries. Now, when that money going to spend in people, or it going to transfer over to the ministry, and whoever is running the ministry now go and manage the disbursement of that money. Again, people, may I tell you, how politics run. Get power, keep power, and decide who get contracts. That is one I must focus on. Right? Get power, how them get power, how them keep power, and who get the contracts. Because it's in the contracting, whether PNP or JLP, whether PNP or JLP, whether PNP or JLP, whether PNP or JLP, that's how the thing can get interesting, And that is where some of the interesting games are played. In terms of who get contract. People get to me born and grow. Right? And me see big company line up with area leader. Big company and area leader. Through them party. Fix one road 6 times the road fix. Prezi. Over years, 6 times the road fix according to contract. And I know the road not touch. But technically, according to the contract, them not do nothing wrong. People out on the road and all them something there in a prison. And people are, money and run and thing and whatever. But I know the road don't fix. 6 times contract go for that road there, And me know about it. It's brag them, I brag about it too. And I say, yo, when our government in a power, ray. Some of us I say, it no matter who in a power, Some of us I say, that traffic money, you see the reports are, yo, we are going to use the traffic money and we are going to send it to the ministry and a ministry and a ministry. And when them send it to the ministry now, who run the ministry, under the guidance of for them supervisor too and so forth, they will disperse that money. And there's supposed to be protocols in place that should secure the integrity of the process, to make sure the money spent upon where it say it's for spent upon. But as I tell you, this is the game I get interesting. So what all this come down to? The Traffic Act, the new Traffic Act, based on our calculations and whatever, it's going to bring in billions more dollars, potentially annually. Hundreds of millions of dollars. It going to bring in. And remember, 1,000 million is a billion. So 1,000 million is a billion. The government has a 635. There's a $635 million that answer. Right? So a whole heap of money are going to come in now. And that money, people going on it. It's going to go in what they refer to as a consolidated fund. And them are going on it and decide where that money going to go. Some of us want to think about that. Just understand that. The new Road Traffic Act, it's going to bring in billions of dollars. And when that money come in, it have to be used for something though, according to, it can be used for whatever, right? So the government, whichever government, whether PNP or JLP, they are constitutionally empowered to use that money for whatever they think is in the country's interest. And I saw them, I go say, the money I go to the ministry, the money I go to the ministry, the money I go to the ministry, right? And within that context, right? Within that context, Clovis cartoon from March 1st in the Jamaica Observer show you a man in a suit I leave over $50 million scammed from education ministry. And it show you a gunman who represent crime. I go for rob a bank and the gunman say, if our leaders can do that and get way, why me can't do it too? So again, the traffic I can bring in a whole heap of money now, you know. Billions of money I can run now, you know. When the traffic thing, the emphasis should be on preventing the infractions from yielding all that money. That is where the emphasis should be. Preventing the infractions, which would not, lead to the money. But what we're seeing here is an assumption that the infractions going to continue to the tune of billions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars, potentially billions of dollars. And we see where an apparatus is already in place. So when all of them money are coming, we're going to send them to so and so and so and so. And with that money being sent so and so and so and so, we see again, this matter here. Over $50 million scammed from education ministry. And like me always I tell you, some of you think that the gunman them are idiot or whatever. I tell you, say, when me did day and I get to and grew up around them or whatever, they know what's going on. And they use those things, these corruption and these things that these people do and get away with it as justification for them engage in a certain behavior. Everybody hustle, everybody had some hustling a go on, corruption a go on and whatever. And like Master Raga always I tell you, it is absurd for people to think that it's only ghetto people and poor people that commit crime and corruption in Jamaica. They don't even control the strings of powers in certain circles. We deal with some good up, proper money. We belong to the country. We still have to take break, President. We don't have to take no break. Can you not have? Okay, good, right? All right. People now, you remember when we talked about this thing and when them bring up against the broker, against the Prime Minister, right? And the Integrity Commission, basically, they were made, this entity, did make for weed out corruption. And I'm saying Jamaica have a serious corruption problem, which it does, right? So them come up with this body where basically for do investigation and determine and identify instances of people engaging in corruption and then to hold them accountable. And to hold them accountable, right? And then we see where the Prime Minister was accused of some form of corruption under this commission. Say him do this thing, I must say 12, 13 years ago while he was the Minister of Education. And again, I say, so why this just a come out now? This is sound like somebody a go for the Prime Minister. So that is on one side. But on the other side, that somebody could make an argument and say, it's irrelevant when it come out. Well, it probably should have come out before. But given that it come out, the question is it true or not? That is what we should talk about. Is it true or not? Because the Prime Minister has always asked for transparency and accountability and whatever. Remember what me telling you, whenever a party is in the opposition, there is nobody more balanced and fair and conscionable and patriotic and thing than that party that is not in power. It's when the party get in power, them start sing a different tune. This has been the case with a PNP or a JLP, right? So then some people come out, the Minister of Justice, Mr. Chuck, come out and say, that report should not have seen the light of day. And I'm saying, what does that mean? Are you saying that the report was baseless? Then say that. Are you saying that the Integrity Commission was fallible? Say that and explain how. Are you saying that the investigation that led to this determination against the Prime Minister was incorrect, Minister of Justice? Then say that. When you have an integrity commission that is supposed to be an independent entity holding the people who are manage the country's money and thing, when you say that they come out with something, a conclusion from their investigation, and if you have a problem with them, say it. Is it politics going on here? Say that. Are they not as independent as they claim to be? Say that. Because then the Integrity Commission who have a budget to want to get money to, and if they're not fulfilling their mandate and we need to clean up them, we clean up them too. Say that. But to just come out and say it should never see the light of day, clearly in defense of the Prime Minister, but you're not giving any other particulars for us to say, okay, we see why you say that. And think, you have the saying, when the cat lead the ass. Right? Them put out a conclusion, but them don't tell you what led to the conclusion. Right? We say the leader of the Jamaican Bar Association, that is all lawyers and whatever, them come out and say the thing wasn't handled properly. Right? So we want to know, was there a protocol that they should have gone through in terms of holding the now Prime Minister, who was the then Minister of Education, accountable? Whatever. What I'm saying is we don't have sufficient detail. We just hear some people come to the Prime Minister's defense in a kind of broad, kind of ambiguous way that lacks the necessary detail that, that should, based on their conclusion, indict, the charge of the Integrity Commission and thing. And now we see somebody from the Advocates Network saying that the Prime Minister was not exonerating. Right? The Advocates Network believes that the investigative report tabled in Parliament outlines actions accurately representing conflict of interest by the Prime Minister. The Advocate Network accepts that the Integrity Commission handled the matter of the investigation of the Prime Minister on corruption charges as required by law. As such, the organization and its were within their rights, even though the report had negative local and international effects and thing and whatever. So the Advocates Network is now come out in defense of the Integrity Commission and basically saying them never do nothing wrong. That them investigation and whatever rightly led to what they're saying about the Prime Minister. People, I mean, I talk PNP, I mean, in the PNP JLP something, I mean, in the PNP JLP, where Raga always come from, these people, here comes the redundancy, always I take it to ghetto people and I blame ghetto people for the country's problems and things like that, and them distract all the while. Yes, me beat it and me I say it over and over, I know. These are the people who from out loud, who they're very assertive, and they act like they're so patriotic in defense of country. When them attack weak feds people, when them attack the young lady from Digicel, when them attack the little taxi man there, when them attack the man who jump the fence and pick a aki and end up in a jail. Discipline is discipline. Small things matter. We have to start from somewhere. When them attack dancehall, when them attack the youth, say big up on the B-clad self at the graduation, when them attack the music, when them attack this and that, there's nobody more patriotic and vociferous and aggressive in their defense of country and discipline, and we need to eliminate disorder and all this stuff and whatever. Nobody more allowed like them and this and that. But when them something happens, you see the games them we play when it's upon another level, where the stakes are higher, where the country really lose something to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars, thousands of millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Only hear them loud mouth people that run up them mouth same way? No. Over and over and over again this thing happen, whether it's JLP or whether it's PNP. All right. We have to go. What time now? Okay, we run out of time, people, and thing. I run out of time, so. That's all the thing then. People want to know what you are going and thing and whatever, yeah? And at some point, me I tell you now, me I predict this. You see, all the money that we are going to come in from them traffic ticket there, at some point, nobody now going to really know where them money they go. Me, I predict that. At some point, it is going to be unclear where all of them money they are go, how much it is or where it go or whatever. At some point, we're not going to know. Just like the people from SSL and UCN, right, you know, them don't know where them money they and things like that. Right? But no, man. I get up people that cause all that problem at Jamaica and all these things. People big up on themselves. Next week, Wednesday, we're there again and thing. All right. Blessings and protection, safety out the road, all these things and whatever. And thing. Beard and swap up 2 times and all them something there. And take care of you and yours. Be safe out there. Watch your head back and all these things and whatever. For people with free up, do remember that I'll be late for free up this Friday. I have an exam from 9 until 2. And that is in Manhattan, and it's going to take me a while to get over. So free up me and start this Friday somewhere around 3 to 4, and it will not be for long, okay? All right, take care of yourself, people. Protection and strength. Out the road.